Hello. Welcome in, Super. Thank you for resubbing. I appreciate it very much. How are you? How are things? I need to switch up some sources. That looks good. Right. Should we just get into it, shall we? This is the the bot banning goal stream. Can we hear the game? Yeah. Can we see the game? I can. The goal was 269 banned bots, and we made it. And so now we're playing this Arcade Spirits. Database system online, new profile detected, analyzing. New profile, a number, economic bracket, lower middle, employment category, bleak. Current emotional health rating, low. Ideal candidate for premium level assistance, proceed. No. Premium level assistance requested. Proceed? No. Pretty please? No. Overriding. Denial of assistance. Establishing premium services for profile. Number. Justification. I hope. Hope should be rewarded. Spirit must be restored. Now compiling personal metadata. Okay. Name. Zach, welcome in. Will. Congrats on the first. Last name. What? Chill. Hair color. I guess. How goes? Yeah, I'm alright. How are you? Eye color. Too dark. Skin tone. Give me the whitest guy you've ever seen. You good? Good to hear. Can't change hair type or anything? Clothing color? I mean, that's actually pretty accurate. I mean, the hair is also already kind of accurate. Oh! Oh. We're fine. I guess that's it. Done editing. Little Shill, is this correct? Yep. Has been activated for the sake of his hopes and dreams. Work of fiction or okay, yeah. Legal bullshit. Winners don't use strikes. Put it okay. Is the future of 20xdx a dark era in which mankind is pushed to the brink of catastrophe? Woe be to the human race, plagued by evil, terrifying, utterly sinister. I don't know. Robots? Maybe? Evil robots? How's that work? Probably, yeah. The future, yeah, 20xdx is pretty much what you'd expect it to be. Non-flying cars, smartphones, pro gamer celebrities, internet trolls, personal assistant AI, and cheese-flavored snack foods. But even with such wonders as 20xdx holds, to date, I've had no part in any of them. I've worked as a dishwasher, a shoe salesperson, and a lifeguard. I don't care what era of human history you live in. Kids peeing in the pool is pretty much a constant thing. Do you enjoy a cheese-flavored snack? No, can't say that I do. The only thing that I like that's cheese-flavored is cheese. If it's... And even then, not all, right? It's got to be like on a pizza or some shit, or in tramezzini, maybe. But as far as snacks that are mimicking cheese, no. 24-hour neon utopia you see here. My little corner of it isn't nearly as shiny and cool. Let me show you. Although this would cost you an arm and a leg today. Quaint little apartment. Complain, really? Not a knickknacker? No, never have been. Paradise in a relative sense. Only pay half the rent. Neighborhood stabbings have been down. My room picks up any stray socks or shirts. Okay. Living large compared to most in the family tree. Or I was before today.
Fired from another job? Seriously?
I guess this is our roommates.
Seriously? That's 3 jobs since we left the suburbs.
The horrified looking young woman there would be my roommate and childhood friend, Juniper. Juniper's the one who spearheaded this effort to co-rent an apartment. She's also the one who encourages me whenever I lose a job, like, you know, today. Can we hear?
I'm upset on your behalf.
Hang on. I think the music is too loud. And the voice is too quiet. As you were. Pool's closed, Juniper. Not much I can do about that. Why get upset? Oh. Now she's not talking. You enjoyed that job more than you enjoyed dishwashing soap and smelly socks. I'm not complaining. I'm not the complaining sorts. These things just happen. Things fall apart. The center does not hold. That's a bit morbidly poetic, isn't it? The community center literally fell apart and the pool won't hold water anymore. I'll just get another job. Any job will do, as long as we can make the rent, right? Are these not supposed to be voiced? Or maybe my interrupting it is kind of shaking things up. Coming home every night from those other crappy jobs. At least when you get back from the pool every day, you are smiling.
What's the point of us moving away from home if not to get away from all of that?
That sounds better, right?
I mean, we both left that town so we could try to find happiness, right?
Hold water anymore, pool? Yeah, I think so. It's just a shit pool. Right? A broken car. A car that don't go is still a car.
I just want us to be happy. Both of us.
I thought you hated your job.
Come on.
We're going to find you a job that's just as good, if not better, than the lifeguarding job. Start from the top. What's your dream? I'm standing in front of a class to give a speech and I forget to put on my pants. Oh, yeah. We've all been there. Dream job. Never really give it any serious thought.
I've got it.
Just the thing to help you out. Rapidly tapping an unlock code onto the glass before pointing out a little pink icon. A virtual life coach app. Mine keeps me from being late to meetings. Totally free too. My cousin introduced me to it. Wasn't he the one who ended up in the ER after making a homemade flamethrower? It would have worked if he got the fuel mixture in his water gun right. Anyway, I'm sending a copy to you now. Got a pop-up an hour ago offering me 500 points just for recommending it to a friend. As long as you're earning points, I guess. At least give it a try, okay? Maybe can point you out some jobs, ones with less socks and or urine. I'll think about it. But don't think too long, okay? In the end, I installed the app. Couldn't bear to see Juniper fretting over me like that. Not that I find it annoying. I mean, it's more than she has enough trouble in her own life without troubling herself over my life too. Coffee Spring, what the fuck is this? This is Arcade Spirits. It's the game I chose to play after banning however many bots it was. Chosen because it's a dating sim, allegedly, and I already own it. Jumping into the dating pool? No. She's been firmly in my corner for all my life, the two of us, against any dark forces aligning against me. But that's not to say she's good at being my advocate. Enthusiastic, yes, but skilled? No. Allegedly. Well, we'll see. We'll see if we're any good at it. Typically, the fantastic opportunities and self-help resources she sends my way are pyramid schemes or something. She's gung-ho about lending me a helping hand, but yeah. So the main reason I went ahead and installed the app was to make sure Juniper wasn't about to get her kidneys sold in the black market or something. Still, no sense messing around with it now. A good night's rest would act as a neat little emotional reset button, right? Right. No dreams, no nightmares, just 8 hours of sweet, sweet black. By the time morning light leaked in through the cracks in the blinds, I didn't care anymore about being unemployed again. Okay. Juniper had already left to catch a bus to her office. She typically leaves before dawn, but she'd left a note for me, pinned to the tiny fridge we shared. Remember, download app, find dream job, make money, sort your life out, I believe in you. So, moment of truth. Do I trust Juniper's weird little app, or just go find some job that pays well enough to cover the bills? Let's give a weird app a shot. Figuring at the very least her miracle app could possibly help me find a job, I loaded up, tapped the icon, and...
Hello!
Hello. Huh? Anybody else would freak out over a cute girl climbing out of their phone. Me, I went, apps are the worst. It's true. It's true. It's a new kind of 3D screen. Not actually magical realism here. Very normal in the distant future year 20XDX.
Thank you for downloading Iris, your personal life coach. This is the ad-supported free version, sponsored by Pizza Yums.
Pizza Yums.
Did you know that when you have pizza on a bagel, you can have pizza anytime?
I don't like bagels. I'd rather just have a pizza. Dating apps or all apps? If we're going all apps, I have to say LinkedIn. Yeah. iTunes? I've never been acquainted.
Wow. Would you like to subscribe to Pizza Facts?
Yeah.
Thank you for subscribing to Pizza Facts.
I just need to do something quickly. I would love to hear more about pizza. Forced to use iTunes last week, such a pain.
I'm here to help you get your dream
Really?
job, your dream house, and your
Isn't
dream
their shit all about, like,
I'm here to make
usability?
all your dreams come true.
That's not a pizza fact. A pretty tall order for an app to do. Be some sort of wish-granting genie. If I can help it. But iTunes went from the best thing ever to the representations of all the evils of capitalism so quick. Oh, it was privatizing intuitive. Clean face. Ah. I'm out of touch with Apple shit. Maybe that's why I'm now out of touch with Apple shit. It's actually gotten worse, and all the people who would have been singing its praises have kind of quietened down. It breaks down, yeah. Yeah, that's not surprising. Let me just edit this. Okay. Start. All I can do is give you the chance to improve your life. What you do with it is up to you. I can cross-reference search data for you, but without motivation... Motivation? Perfect product at first? That's a shame. That's the thing. They're always trying to... like... fix what ain't broke, right? Still doing stuff. I glanced up from my phone at the heaps of laundry and half-finished books and other items strewn about my apartment. Motivation is something I have a ton of. Don't... He's just like me. He's just like me for real. Before we begin, do you have any questions? Why should I use this app at all? My phone already had a voice-activated assistant AI. I can just say, hey phone, search the web for job listings, and it'll work just as well. It's actually you without a beard, yeah. It is, it's true. But I have an advanced dimensional language interpreter. I'm smarter than the average program, with more heart. I can help you sort your life out by analyzing your personality and finding you a perfect path in life. All thanks to my glorious, wondrous, patent-pending, super-duper identity identifier system. Between you and me, they really wanted an acronym that matched my name, but couldn't figure out what to do with the letter R. Would you like to know more? Sure, give me the sales pitch. Every time you think about saying something, I can tag it with an identity. That way you can be the sort of person you want to be. This system allows me to better understand who you are and what you need from life. I do this by analyzing your tone, inflection, and word choice. I can spot 5 different identifiers in your responses to people. Quirky, steady, kindly, gutsy, and basically. Sounds to me like your programmers also wanted a bunch of things ending in Y. That's correct. My branding game is on point. Ugh. What was that sound? Quirky responses use jokes, snark, and sarcasm to make light of a situation. Just the thing for picking up someone's spirits. But a badly timed joke may not win over the room. Steady responses are sincere, honest, and logical. When you stop and think before speaking, you're on steady ground. But that might not make everyone's... that might not take someone's feelings into account. Kindly responses are compassionate and empathetic and gentle in nature. They are careful with the feelings of others, but they're sometimes a bit wishy-washy as a result. Gutsy responses go with your guts. When you're brash, bold, risk-taking, and instinctive, you're gutsy. But it also means being blunt, confrontational, and aggressive, so be careful. Lastly, you can always take a basically option. It's a balanced and neutral response, safely moving the conversation along while learning more and digging deeper. Over time, I'll build up a personality profile for you based on the identity identifiers detected in your speech. Maybe you'll be predominantly quirky, genuinely steady, a mix of both. Who knows? It's up to you. I should always try to crack jokes or be super gutsy. And never speak basically. I mean, being basic's bad, right? It sounds bad.
Nope.
Haha, quirky. Quirky. They're all useful in the right context. There are no bad choices. Consider what you could say and go with what feels right in the moment. Don't limit yourself. You could gamify your personality, but it's more fun to let it happen naturally, you know? Just be you. Do we quirk max? Are we going to be quirky maxing? Are we going to quirk mog the NPCs? Oh. Let's see my patent pending identity identifier system in action. How do you feel about dad jokes? Hi jokes, I'm dad. But you didn't... What's a dad joke? What's a dad joke? My dad... yeah. A really obvious old-fashioned joke. Gadzooks, have you seen these new... Yeah. I chose the wrong option. I chose the shit one. They said no bad options. I chose the bad one. So now that you've seen the identity indicators in action, do you want to see the indicators like that, or can you make an informed decision? Let's hide the indicators. So mysterious. I'll hide them from you. You'll always be able to spot basically responses though. Thousands of bad options in these games. We're gonna stumble through every one of them. I'll analyze and tell your identity identifiers. In fact, let me show you now. We're basic. Off to a great start, I'd say. And hang on, you're scoring me? Didn't you say not to gamify my personality? Hey Raspberry, how you doing? Welcome in. You shouldn't. Hey, I said you shouldn't. I'm an app. I think in numbers, so I gotta gamify it a little. This looks interesting. We'll see, we'll try it out. We're trying it out. It's the dating sim game I chose to play after we reached the requisite number of bot bans. Studies show that achievements, or Chivos, as the kids say, encourage app engagement. Any Chivo hunters out there? What's with the empty space on the left? You track vocal responses from people you meet. Once you get to know some folks, I'll let you know how well you're getting along with them over there. That's nice. Relationship scores, got it, yeah. Will you also tell me what the correct responses are to avoid making enemies? Or do you need to go find a walkthrough for the vast game you're making of my daily life? Looking at this the wrong way. Generally, people won't get super annoyed at you unless you deliberately and repeatedly provoke them. It will be obvious when you're doing that. If you bungle a few social encounters, it won't really hurt anything. No cheating needed. Just relax and have fun. You can access your scorecard anytime you like with the Q key. Gotcha. Oh. Or click on the score in the upper right. Okay. That's everything. How's any of that supposed to help me get a job? I only downloaded this app because my roomie claims you're a great life coach for the unemployed. What good will taking the quiz off the back of a supermarket checkout rack magazine do with that?
Why, it'll help me understand your spirit, of course.
You can talk to ghosts. Is there a ghost in the room right now? Am I a ghost? You have to tell me if I'm a ghost. That's the rule.
No, silly.
I think that
Your
is.
spirit, your hopes and dreams, your life's passions. I can even help you find romance.
Seriously? Seriously, often you can find your soulmate and your dream job in the same place. Oh, I guess dream jobs. Yeah, sure, why not? But if you'd rather focus on gainful employment for now, that's fine too. Workplace dating. Well, that's a recipe for disaster. And hitting on coworkers right from day one can be kinda awkward. Or am I looking for love and ready to start right out the gate? You never get a second chance to make a first impression. If I meet the right person, why put it all? How do I want to handle this new opportunity? Sure, I'm open to the possibility if I meet anyone nice. Let's stay focused. Play cool on day one at least. I'm just not interested. We're open to the possibility. I'm mature enough to juggle both at once. Why not? The choice is yours. If you're not comfortable with other people, stay professional. Now let's get started. To finish analyzing your personal history, Please authorize me to read your social media feeds and personal information metadata. This is some kind of scam. I'm going to wake up in a bathtub of ice, missing a kidney. Sure, I can help you register as an organ donor.
Add command or file name?
I haven't quite finished analyzing your personality. I couldn't tell. I won't share your information with any third parties. This is strictly so I can find your dream job. Am I authorized? Just like the 17 self-help books on my shelf, still 18th time's the charm, right? Go ahead.
Please enjoy this recorded music.
Can I understand you?
Thank
Or...
you.
Oh, done.
Thank you.
I've identified your dream job and arranged an interview 30 minutes from now. Please put on some nice clothes. Nicer than those, please. I don't think that's too much to ask. What? For your interview, silly, you want to look your best. How did you land my dream job in 20 seconds? Simple. I'm awesome like that. Get a move on. You need to catch that 8:20 a.m. bus, and that's 9 minutes away. Have a chance to get off this runaway train. Nobody says I have to obey my new digital fairy godmother. I could delete the app and go find a real job. That'd be the safest option. I could. Yeah, let's just get dressed, shall we? A normal person, someone with high standards, would have deleted the app right there, rather than hop a bus to meet up with what may very well be men with sharp knives and a taste for kidneys. What job did she find you? We don't know. We didn't ask and she didn't say. I was already getting dressed before she'd finished that sentence. It's not that I believed the silly app's claims. It's serving my hopes and dreams on a silver platter. Honestly, I expected another shoe shop job, at best. That's sus. A little. It'll be worth a laugh at the very least. I chose to trust in the science. What is my dream job anyway? What the hell, let's do this. It'll be worth a laugh. That's an annoying sound. We might not pick the quirky options just because it sounds annoying. This is obviously completely ridiculous. A personality quizzing app is going to solve all my life's problems? Yeah, and I'm a Nigerian prince with $1 million. But I had satisfied Juniper's whimsy to see this through. And when it crashes and burns, it'll make for an amusing story to tell people. I resolved myself to accept inevitable disappointment, smile in the face of my usual fate, and look for jobs in the paper later tomorrow. And as I came to realize weeks later, the amazing story I'd be telling people wasn't to be one of failure. Whole story. Funplex, Law Office of Smith Johnson Attorney at Law. Wub-sub? Boring Clothing Store. Loan Office. Pengi? Barbershop. The bus drops me off, oddly enough, but not very far from Juniper's office building, although my destination isn't nearly as upscale as that. This is, well, it's a strip mall. Strip malls are relics of 19XDX. Places where a random assortment of weird little businesses jam as many of themselves into as tight of a space as possible. For instance, I'm seeing a dentist. I don't see a dentist. A used bookstore, we've got that. Called The Whole Story. An arcade. A fast food joint. And a boarded up health spa, once called Lattes and Enemas. Which sounds...
Hey, listen.
What do you think? That's two things no human being should ever combine. About your future place of work. We're not talking about the same thing. Which one of these businesses exactly am I working at? I don't know anything about oral hygiene or old books, and I'd rather not be a fry cook. The one in the middle, silly. Behind the arcade. It is the arcade. I reference and cross-reference and cross-reference your personality details, personal history, and social media connections. This is your dream job. Really?
99.97%.
Arcades are big business in the entertainment sector. Pro gamers are celebs. 5-star arcades are social hotspots. It's always been popular with the mainstream, but, well, restaurants are popular too, right? And for everybody who opens one, hoping to become the next Iron Chef, a dozen more shot down in failure. Arcade competition is fierce. Heydays range from peanuts to gold, and sure, those who make it can secure fame and fortune, but those who don't, well, no wonder Iris sees this as a dream job. Video games weren't always as popular though. I read an interesting article about it once. Back in the year 1980X, we narrowly avoided a serious industry crash, which would have left video games as a kid's toy fad, like hula hoops. No mainstream acceptance. For instance, one of the factors could have been a terrible game based on a kids' movie about a cute alien visitor who wanted to phone home. If this game was complete poop butts, like poop from a butt, and massively overproduced, it would ruin video games for years. Fortunately, cooler heads prevailed. That game was delayed until it could have been... Hello, Seth. Welcome in. Until it could have been developed properly. And the crash was averted. The crisis only exists in theory now. How you doing, Seth? Sometimes I wonder what it would be like for people in the darkest timeline, where everything went wrong. Are gamers still considered nerds and outcasts? Are arcades vanishing points of nostalgia? The mind boggles. But make no mistake, as popular as they are, the arcade industry is a dodgy, risky prospect for a job. Plenty make a run of it, only to come up short. Considering Iris was tasked with getting me a job I'd enjoy and could keep for more than a few months, this left me a bit confused. Thank you, Sam. Thank you for the bits. Enjoy your first. This firster? Yeah, it's firster. Iris, this isn't me saying no. It's an interesting prospect, but... I mean, are you sure about this? You say you're 99% sure?
99.97%.
Won't this be like my lifeguard job, though? Satisfying, but short-lived. This arcade doesn't exactly look like a 5-star. It's no Deco's Palace, that's for sure. Rigged? And yet you still play. And to be perfectly honest, I haven't set foot inside an arcade in 15 years. I remember really enjoying arcades when I was a kid. I wonder why I stopped going to them. Iris interrupts that thought, eager to show off her home.
My sources say yes.
Trust me, when I said I was 99.97% sure, I meant it. That's not some arbitrary number. I'm designed to be a bit silly and whimsical, but my math is deadly serious. My code has made me to be the warm, personable front of a database array that's currently laser targeted on getting you exactly what you need. Right here, right now. And when this place inevitably collapses and I lose my dream job, what makes you think that's going to happen? Because it does. It always does. I don't think your database accounts for my family curse. We've always had to, I don't know, compromise, settle, because things rarely work out. You always have to be ready for the worst. It's why I take things in stride these days. Does that mean you shouldn't even try? I open my mouth to protest, and then close it. As often as my life tends to crumble out from under me, it's not like she was wrong. I still had to try. But this was a joke, right? I had assumed it was all a joke when I left the house this morning. I figured I'd have a wacky experience, fail miserably, then get back to my not-so-funny, tragic life story by lunchtime. And yet there was something to this, wasn't there? Something I couldn't quite laugh off so easily. So I opted to push on through those doors and see what waited for me on the other side. Does that say time shitters? Time shitters. Fast Cars 5. Castle Crunch. Snack Runner. Asked of Discomfort. Illegible. Showtime Stage. Funplex. Okay. The air conditioning hits me like a cool breeze, albeit one swung of copper and corn chips. As it's early in the morning on a weekday, it's not too packed with gamers, although it's so packed with games, I'd probably have a hard time finding anyone anyway. At once, I'm struck by something odd. I actually recognize most of these games. Neat. Considering I haven't walked into an arcade in over a decade, that's probably not great. Lots of vintage stuff here. From the looks of it, like really old. I recognize that game. With the stage lights and things. Maybe it's karaoke or dancing. A Japanese import.
My sources say yes.
That would be Showtime Stage, a collaboration of Nihano Heavy Industry Concern and Hubris Records in Japan. It's won a lot of awards. I recognize most of these. That's seriously a Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze? But the one in the middle with the split screen is new to me. Fist of Discomfort. Fist of Discomfort. A hybrid real-time strategy and brawler beat-em-up. It's actually not that new. It's been a staple of the esports scene for the last 8 years. 2 genres I was utterly lousy at last time I checked. And over here is an old lady. Sorry, man, I was just talking to myself and had an overwhelming urge to complete my sentence. The perfect voice for reading bedtime stories? Aw, thank you. People do fall asleep here, so I guess that makes sense. Thankfully, I don't think she even registered me calling her old. She looks up from her knitting, seated behind the ticket price redemption desk, and offers a wrinkly smile.
Well, hello there. Always nice to meet someone new in the Funplex.
The what?
Francine's Arcade Funplex. Didn't you see the sign out front, dear? Well, I chose to knock off the first 2 words when they got knocked off the building during the storm of 1980. Now it's just the Funplex, I suppose. So, how can I help you, dear?
A funplex? Is that when you suplex a clown? A genie in my phone set up a job interview for me. Yeah, the genie in my phone did it. A magical space fairy or something that lives in my phone told me to come here to find my dream job.
Ooh.
I half expected her to send me packing. Pretty impulsive of me to just talk about Iris like that, but it's like a regular app, so I don't think so. But she took it in stride.
Oh my.
What they can do with technology these days. I really do marvel at what amazing things young people have in 20XDX. Although I'd simply love to take a sledgehammer to those blasted video game consoles that eat at my bottom line, she said, with such a kind-hearted and warm smile.
Please call me Francine. As in Francine's Arcade Funplex. Get it?
I get it. It's you and you own the place.
Actually, thinking about it, I suppose we were originally Frederick's Arcade Funplex, named after my dear departed husband.
So you're single.
Sadly, he died peacefully in bed some years ago.
I'm sorry to hear that.
No, don't be. He died doing what he loved. Having intensely physical relations with me.
What a way to go. That's information I needed to know. Yes, that does colour the world. And you are? Will Shillman. Very well. Shall we retire to the office to conduct your interview? I'd carry on out here, but it is rather noisy, isn't it? Yeah, about that. How do you deal with the constant noise anyway? Eventually, you'll just sort of learn how to filter out all the beeps and boops. It can take weeks to become acclimated, I've found. But in the end... Oh, done. There we go. No more beeps and boops. That's faster than others. Not bad. But now it's eerily silent. So see what you're made of? This way, please. Francine leads me back. Leads me down a back hallway, past public restrooms, and into a door marked employees only. It takes all my restraint not to point out the extraneous apostrophe. The lady's brachioradials is so thick. That's like neck muscles, right? Neck muscles on the side, that's my guess. Forearm? Oh. Oh. Christ, you're right. I thought neck because of the dinosaur, Brachiosaur. And then has a long neck, so I thought it must be related. All the joystick usage. She's a gamer. That's true. Welcome to our little backstage oasis. I suggest we do this in Gavin's office, but it's a bit too untidy. I don't blame the boy. He's been so overworked lately. Please have a seat and we'll begin. As quirky as this place and its owner may be, at least I'm confident that I can nail the interview portion of the proceedings. I've interviewed for a dozen jobs and held down 3. I know all the standard questions. What are your greatest strengths? What do you see as your weaknesses? Once I even had to describe how to assemble a Lego set to prove my communication skills. Considering I ended up washing dishes, I'm not sure why, but the point is, I'm confident, prepared, ready. Funnily enough, the Brachiosaurus actually translates to arm lizard. That's stupid. That's stupid. Its defining feature is so clearly its big neck.
If you were a dinosaur, what dinosaur would you be?
What kind of coincidence is that? What?
If you were a dinosaur, what dinosaur would you be?
Maybe this wouldn't be a typical. It's long arms and not neck. Hang on. Does the Brachiosaurus have long arms? Oh, I guess so, yeah. I imagine them to be smaller. I imagine them to be more stocky. like elephant proportions. Oh, they've also kind of got long legs. No problem, go with the flow. Let's do this. When you look at them, the first thing you notice is the legs. Yeah, I wonder if they discovered the legs first, and they were like, these are some fucking massive legs. This is gonna be the leg dinosaur. Well, these are some fucking massive arms. This is gonna be the arm dinosaur. And they kept digging, and they found the neck, and it's like, ooh, I can't rename it now. Legs put the neck in the position to be impressive. It's true. It's true. You build a dinosaur from the bottom. Go with the flow. Let's do this. Oh, I thought if Brachiosaurus was there. Legs really do the heavy lifting. Snakes are just neck. I don't know. I feel like the neck is kind of a liminal space. You can only have a neck if you're going from one thing to another. You can't terminate in a neck. snake's just a massive face then, but... Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. We're going to consult the cards. I'm going to draw a card and we're going to see... We're not going to do T-Rex. That's just crazy talk. Pterodactyl Brontosaurus. Oh. The tower? The tower reversed, though. I think that to me, that says pterodactyl. Call me crazy. A reversed tower, that's pterodactyl. I've always wanted to be a bird, so... Wait, no. All dinosaurs are basically birds. Let me rephrase. I've always wanted to be a flying bird. So pterodactyl, swooping around, catching up drafts, staying way away from meat eaters. Is that how that works? How it works? How exciting. Even if technically speaking pterodactyls aren't dinosaurs. What? The upside down dinosaur being a flying dino? Well, you see, if it was a right side up tower, I would have thought Brontosaurus because of the long neck, right? But it was an inverted tower, so it can't be the Brontosaurus. And I was already ruling out T-Rex, so it had to be pterodactyl. Even if technically, it wasn't so much as saying that pterodactyl was the right choice, but that Brontosaurus was the wrong one. Oh yes, they did. I think I remember that.
What's your favorite snack?
Okay, I'm ready to draw another card. All the Ben Affleck episodes. It sounds familiar. It's been so long since I've seen South Park. If this was a favorite food question, I'd have to. It's down easy. It's tacos. Always tacos, but snacks.
You have pizza on a bagel.
I don't like bagels. Brontosaurus meets Thunder Lizard, so they don't get the neck notable feature tag. Yeah, but I think of them as being tall. How cool are the Kodo in Warcraft, though? Thunder Lizard made me think of that. These things have tiny legs. It must be badass just naming shit like Thunder Lizard. I haven't seen the thunder on them. The Kodo are cool. I remember the first time I saw them was in one of the Warcraft 3 missions where you were playing as, I think, Cairn Bloodhoof, and they were just chilling in like this cave eating giant mushrooms. I thought that was sick, and I think they also shot lightning. Come on, dear, I don't have all day. After giving it a good thought, well, how could I forget my favorite snack? Tacos are also my favorite snack. A tasty apple with almond butter? These are not snacks. You remember the mission? I want to play Warcraft 3 again. But not the Reforged. I want to play the Warcraft 3 Classic. What if munchies lurk in the depths of the vending machine? Yeah, I know it's the basic option, but what are tacos are not a snack. And a tasty apple with almond butter? Come on. I don't actually like the Reforged changes. I don't know what mechanically they changed, but the visuals, I think, remove so much character. I'm not picky, really. That's not true of real life, Will. But I'll take vending machine food over those options. Whatever calls to me the most is what I choose, whether it's Flamin' Hot Cheetos or gummy bears. I do like gummy bears. Very interesting. I see you go with the flow, a team player. It's kind of my thing. You know what they say. You are what you eat. Next question. Nothing I prepared for has helped me plan for this art interview. I praise myself for the next one.
What assets can you bring to the team during the inevitable zombie apocalypse?
This game's kind of showing its age a bit with that. For me, it's mainly the visuals, but they also changed some story aspects. Really? Oh, I want to look at that. What did Warcraft Reforged change? Entire list of campaign changes. Here we go. Here we fucking go. Oh, okay, general. All new. Okay. All new remastered. Blah, 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 blah. Some cutscene modifications. Blah, 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 blah. Three additional missions, not on the initial game, but present, I believe, in the demo. Riders of the Storm, The Fires Below. March of the Scourge. Overall difficulty seemed okay. Waves are less massive. Okay, the culling map has been restructured. You start at the bottom now, the city is on top. Concept is the same. Frostborn Arthos has slightly altered. Okay. Okay. These aren't... Okay, this isn't... Beyond some cutscene changes? Ugh, but you need to tell me what exactly. This is not a good resource. Game facts. You tell me game facts. Warcraft Reforged lore changes. Thrall and the Orc Grunt refer to Grom Hellscream. Refer to Grom as Hellscream, unlike the original, which they had to refer to him as Grom in certain situations. The Sea Witch, who orders the Murlocs to sacrifice the Darkspear, is an agricultural. The bandits are attacked as Syndicate. Senior layout during the culling, after destroying a specific number of houses. Small bosses. There's no more a fell orc, nor does blade boss. I'll have to look into this later. I missed that. Is this interview for real or is this a dream? As I look into Francine's deadpan expression, I know she's 130% serious. Engineering, I can make stuff medical. And hey, no lawyers left to sue for malpractice. I'd probably be eaten. Okay, you know what? Engineering. I can make things. I can make anything out of a string, a match, and a screwdriver. Especially if what you want is a screwdriver wrapped in a burning string. We'll need someone to build makeshift defenses and think quickly in case we get surrounded. An inventive brain is always a critical role in any survival. One more thing.
Why are you here?
I told you the magical space fairy on my phone sent me here to find a
You're
job.
seeking a job, true. But that doesn't really answer my question, does it? No doubt. You think my interview questions are a bit silly, but I like to think of the Funplex as more than a collection of tasks and people to perform those tasks. Most folks my age opening arcades at that time saw it as just another way to make a quick buck. But, well, I saw it as something else. Something more than a way to make a large pile of quarters. And I expect you'll find the others working here see it as something more too. Everyone has a dream they're chasing, dearie. And for my friends, it lies within the funplex. Now, if all you want is a paycheck, I can provide that. But the last fellow in your position, that's all he wanted. And he didn't last long. So I asked you would.
I don't have anything better to do, and I thought it'd be funny. No way I'd say that out loud, though. As strange as this job interview has been, I'm getting a glimmer of hope. Let's put all jokes aside and actually think this through. It's a funplex, a plex of fun, and I like fun. To be honest, I don't know yet. I'm looking for hope. I haven't had much lately. If I don't dare to take risks, I'll be stuck. Confused silence. If I don't take risks, I'll be stuck. My life's been in a rut for over a decade now. I don't mind, not really. I can go with the flow, but another decade of that? 2? No, I need to take a risk and try something totally new. Everybody's been pushing me to find a job that's more than a job. Just like you're saying. Is this job my dream? I don't know, but I have to try. I have to take the gamble. I'll never get anywhere. Not to say I'm overly impulsive. I worked as a lifeguard recently. You have to be sharp and ready to act, but with a cool head. I can do that for your funplex too. That perks your attention. A rather serious occupation, and an unusual step from such troubled waters to a land of make-believe. You enjoy this role as a lifeguard, I take it? Yes, ma'am. My roommate says she often notices me smiling after coming home from work, which makes Francine smile in turn. I can't say I can offer a role with such high stakes, but you'd be surprised at the many ways you can save a life here. I'm satisfied. Let's get you to work. I breathe easier at that. Probably the weirdest job interview I've ever had. And yet, it felt appropriate. Like it was about far more than just filling a slot on the payroll. Francine leads me back to the arcade floor to introduce me to my duties. It only occurs to me now that I forgot to ask exactly what duties this mystery job I had accepted really involved. Francine gestures to the seat she was occupying previously, a stool behind the prize desk.
Oh, how marvelous.
Welcome to your new position. Sitting here, you mean? Sitting here and helping players redeem tickets for valuable prizes. I glance at the wide array of pencil toppers, rubber spiders, and tiny plastic toy cars on display. Well, for prizes at any rate. It's such a relief. I had really been stretching myself thin lately, trying to fill in since the position was vacated. If you don't mind me asking, ma'am, why did the last guy who sat here end up quitting? Something about being so bored out of his mind that he felt like jamming one of those 500-ticket plush dolls down someone's throat.
Oh, such a shame.
He just wasn't cut out for this line of work. Grandson or no, I've no patience for such nonsense. The last person who worked this desk was your grandson? Anyway, Gavin should be by soon. He'll handle paperwork and all that administrative nonsense. Now, if you don't mind, all this talking's tired me out some. I'll be in the back office if you need me. It's me. That's me. Okay then. I adjusted my seating on the semi-comfortable stool, leaning against the desk. Beneath me, a wide array of cheap junk awaited my attention. That's you. That is me. I could have lost hope then and there that this job would be even slightly more engaging than being a diner dishwasher, but chose to look on the positive side. I'd be helping kids obtain toys that would become nostalgic memories for years to come. Right. Any minute now. I crave the sweet embrace of death. I've been sitting here for 2 hours now, and nobody's walked up to obtain a novelty Funplex shot glass, or a coloured pencil set, or a light-up yo-yo. Lunchtime's approaching, and so far the only people walking in and out of the arcade are a few stray adults who have no interest in cheap friendship bracelets. Thankfully, my first customer of the day arrives before I start wondering one of those 500 ticket plushies could really fit down someone's throat. Or maybe not. Nope, just walking right on by me, his head buried in reading some sort of spreadsheet off his tablet. Was he here to play? It doesn't seem like the typical businessman on a break, or unwashed and unemployed game aficionado. In fact, he's a snappy dresser. Seems like a cool dude. Most guys I know are content to toss on a t-shirt and jeans. Not this guy. Even in an arcade, he's sharp like a linoleum knife. Linoleum knife? Please let that be a far or future horror invention. In fact, that rather pointed look he's offering me after doubling back is rather linoleum knifey too. Hold on a minute. Who are you exactly? I'm still trying to figure out if that game is actually Time Shitters. I think it's Time Shitters. Incendium, welcome in. How you doing? What are you doing behind that desk? Where's Francine? I am Francine. I had some work done. Pleased to meet you, I'm Will. EP, but streaming soon. Good luck with your stream. Hope it's a good time. Hoping you also wake up more. I'm looking forward to working with you. He relaxes somewhat on hearing that. Somewhat.
Good to hear.
It's about time. I was wondering how long she'd have to work that desk. She's got gusto for an octogenarian and loves working the floor. But sitting here all day handing out toys, dealing with problems, wears her down. So she explained the job to you? Gave you the papers to sign? She said Gavin would handle that stuff. With a sigh, he rubs his forehead, feeling a headache coming on. I reckon this is
That would be
Gavin.
me. I'm Gavin Cooper.
This is Gavin Cooper.
I'm the business manager here at the Funplex. I make sure we manage to keep having a business, rather than a pile of rapidly collapsing fiscal mistakes.
Mm-hmm. So as you no doubt guessed, you'll be exchanging tickets for prizes, but that's the least part of your job. There's more to it than that. You're the floor attendant. You attend to the floor. What, the carpets?
Seriously?
The floor, the arcade, the games, the patrons. You're the one running around putting out fires and sorting out problems. Technically, you're our second floor attendant. Ashley will be in later, but we need two. One to roam, one to operate the desk. I do it myself, but I'm typically busy in the back office, making sure the whole thing doesn't fall to bankruptcy. That's why Francine loved filling in. She's a people person. She loves helping out in a pinch. I am not a people person, as you've likely gathered. That's not to say you're alone out here. I am in your corner at least. If things go south, you tap me for advice on what to do. You got a phone? Of course. Gavin quickly passes me his business card. He apparently had a stack of them at the ready in his pocket. Go figure. His phone number is listed at the bottom. You ever worked a high-pressure customer service job before? Shoe sales? Smelly socks? You have no idea. Right, well, you know how to keep your head when a customer doesn't, I hope. But anything goes sideways, you text me. I'm not around, you text Ashley or Naomi. In that order. Who and who? You'll meet them soon enough.
I think not.
Above all, do not bug Francine. She's practically retired. Let her enjoy that retirement in peace. Understood? Stress feeds me, makes me strong. This is my first pony ride. You can rely on me. I got this. Stress feeds me, makes me strong. I eat stress and crap solutions. Don't worry. I can manage the floor while you manage the business just fine.
Doubtful.
That remains to be seen. The last guy sitting on that stool was a slacker and an idiot. Even though he was family, Francine dropped him like a bad habit.
If you stay clear and honest with me, do your work, do it well, we'll get along swimmingly. I have enough problems keeping this magical arc of hopes and wishes afloat. Please, don't add to my problems.
Okay. Magical arc of what now? Gavin sighs again, a stress release gesture, but his expression softens somewhat
I
afterwards.
take it Francine told you her theory, that this is more than just a job, more than just an arcade.
That's my understanding.
I'm not into dressing up words. I like to speak plain. If I'm Kurt, then that's because
I thought you were Gavin.
optimization is a factor of my job. Everybody working here wants to work here. This is where they belong, for one reason or another. Me, I love chaos. I love wrangling chaos specifically.
Gavin sounds and looks hella boring. A little bit.
The arcade industry is high risk, high reward. I manage that risk so that they can also find happiness in their lives. Everybody in this business has a dream they're chasing. It's a fragile thing, prone to getting crushed by hard reality. My job is to see to it that never happens. That includes Francine, who deserves better in her twilight years than desperately propping up a semi-failing business. So, you find some value in this place beyond your salary, or you'll burn out.
Even talks like somebody who's
Last guy to sit there burned out hard.
a little bit, yeah.
Now, can I trust you to mesh with our merry misfits?
Yeah, fine, sure. Oh shit, he likes the boring responses. I was just trying to move the conversation along.
Thank you.
Shit. I need to go prepare your paperwork. Technically, you shouldn't be working until we've crossed the I's and dotted the T's. But since I'm already sitting here, you'd rather I stick around. That'd be accurate. If you're willing to fudge things a bit and work today anyway, it'd help us out a lot. Now, if you don't mind, Naomi likely could use a hand in the workshop. A good opportunity to introduce yourself as well. Someone else is here? I haven't seen anyone else. Yeah, that sounds like Naomi. Her workshop's through that door there. The one next to the UFO catcher. The crane game, to use layman's terms. Satisfied for now, Gavin heads in the back, presumably to the office to go crunch some numbers. If Francine's really taking a nap back there, hopefully he's going to crunch quietly. My first co-worker ended up slightly less cool of a guy than I thought he'd be. But he's not a jerk, definitely. I get where he's coming from. Plus, I've known really blunt people before. It's easy to mistake them for jerks, especially at first glance. I figure I can give this guy an honest chance. Anyway, I should go meet my next co-worker. This Naomi that he mentioned. Although I could swear Francine and I were the only ones here until now. A double door, also marked employees only, also with an apostrophe, leads from the arcade floor to what feels like an industrial area of some sort. I turn the handle and step inside. In a little room tucked away between the back offices and the Funplex front, I find what is very likely this Naomi, spoken only of in myth and legend. A girl about my age, but certainly not my height, is tinkering away on what looks like an old tube-style monitor. I didn't realize they had so many circuits. She doesn't notice me when I come in, too busy soldering a capacitor into place. The lingering smell of melting metals fills the air of the poorly ventilated workshop. Excuse me? For lack of a better way to interrupt her, I was worried no matter what I did, she might, I don't know, burn her fingers, or jump so high she hit the ceiling or something. Fortunately, the shock's not quite that intense.
You know this room is for employees only.
That's me, I'm employees. She said, with no apostrophe.
Are you lost? Do you need something?
I'm Will Shell. I'm the new floor attendant, starting today.
Oh, hi. I didn't realize Francine already found someone. I guess I forgot to check my text. Oh, whoops.
She spares a glance at her phone on the nearby workbench, where a huge stack of green notification messages lie in wait. Yeah, I do that too. One thought comes to mind on actually seeing her. No wonder I didn't notice her until now. She was totally focused on the task at hand. I always assumed retro arcade nerds were fat middle-aged guys. Oh my god, she is so cute. I just want to hug her, but that would be super inappropriate. She was totally focused on the task. This room's right at the heart of the building, but totally isolated. The heavy doors closed behind me. I can barely hear that arcade. Considering how completely and utterly dedicated she was to that monitor, not even noticing me. I guess that's also why. But what I first noticed is her smile. Even when squinting to see the tiny components on that circuit board, even when laser focused, she was smiling happily.
Anyway, I'm Naomi Fairchild, the Funplex's techie. Hi! Pleased to meet you. I was expecting Gavin, though. He usually checks up on me about now.
He's busy doing strange things with the numbers.
Ugh, yeah, that sounds like Gavin. I take it he sent you along to help? Great. Give me a hand with this monitor. It's really heavy, and I'm still paranoid about dropping it after what happened last time.
Really? What happened last time?
Oh, well, I dropped it.
Yeah. She helps me lift the large cathode ray tube, slotting the heavy metal framework into place within the exposed guts of the nearby arcade cabinet. Once done, she starts hooking wires back up to the other wires. There's a surprising number of green circuit boards in that largely hollow wooden shell. This is the first time I've seen inside one of these things. It's weird. Lots of empty space, a couple of large slabs of circuits, and that beefy monitor. Maybe we could fill it with nuts. Ugh. Why is it so empty in there? Seems inefficient. Couldn't you pack more games into the arcade if it was more compact? Not really. It's more about the footprint on the floor than the vertical height. She keeps working, using a pocket multimeter to check various connections as she speaks.
Let me explain.
I mean, compare American and Japanese cabinets. Arms are designed for standing players, so they have to be upright, even if that means an empty base. Japanese candy caps are shorter, so you play sitting down, but I prefer American style. Ours have more room for art. She closes up the rear access panel, closing it with one of the many keys on the keyring at her side, then steps back to admire her handiwork. There's genuine joy in that smile. Not just at a job well done, but at looking at the whole thing, like it's a fine sculpture.
So beautiful.
I love the classic Midway style. Look at those sharp angles, the side art decals, the bold font on the marquee, the bezel artwork. The what on the what? And the what artwork? With a sigh, Naomi points out the key features to me. The strip across the top, with the game title, that's the marquee. The artwork that wraps around the monitor, that's the bezel. I mean, you see it too, right? How beautiful and cohesive it all is. Working in harmony to give this game its own unique feel, its own experience. As for me, well, I agree, it's beautiful in its own way. Yeah, it is nice. Honestly, this box of wooden circuits and vacuum tubes and stuff, I think I understand. It was made to be one whole thing. The art, the style, and of course the game itself. All of it part of the same experience. Everything about this game is the game. If you run it in an emulator or on a game console instead, it's made lesser. Yeah, I guess I can see it. It's beautiful in its own way. Oh, good. Naomi lights up with joy, like a pinball machine, all twinkly, and shiny.
Woohoo!
Finally. So few people really understand the beauty of a classic arcade game. Having someone I can talk to about this stuff is going to be great. Especially with that jerk, Gavin, running the numbers. What's wrong with Gavin? What's right with him?
I don't know.
I can get along with him, generally, but his whole attitude just...
Ugh.
All he really cares about is money. He keeps the arcade running. Yeah, but I just don't know. If he had his way, he'd gut the whole place. If anybody's gonna ruin the Funplex, it's him. Mark my words, it's inevitable. That doesn't sound right. He seemed easy enough to get along with. And what's more, Gavin gave me that whole speech about protecting their dreams. This was like a pretty sore point here. A long-standing argument that the new guy really shouldn't get involved with. And yet, I'm involved, aren't I? I have to work with both Naomi and Gavin. So I'm not sure I should prod it. But I kind of want to. Yeah, we're nosy. I get this is touchy, but I'm going to work here. I think we should all be honest with each other. Oh. Why do you think Gavin wants to destroy the arcade? He buys into Francine's idea that this is a place for dreams. He says he does. But he's willing to sacrifice way too much just to keep the whole thing afloat. Road to hell, best intentions, etc. If he had his way, this place would be like Deco's Palace, nothing but ticket games and prize catches. He thinks actual video games are too expensive, a waste of floor space. I bet he'd remove them all if he had his way. I just don't trust him. I don't trust him to do the right thing. But that's my problem, not yours. Sorry to drop gossip on your head like this. Thanks for hearing me out. Right, let's get back to work, shall we? Now for the less fun part. You seem a strong, strapping kind of guy. Well, a strong guy, at least. Well, you're a guy. That's enough. I'm semi-insulted then. Let's get to it. Right, a little to the left. Now, my left. My left. Alright, careful. Now, forward. Right, correct. Not turn to the right. Keep it going, and there. Carefully tip it into place. I gently ease the rolling dolly forward, the giant wooden box slotting into place alongside its neighbours. The two-wheel dolly makes it easier, but hardly easy. Especially with Naomi fretting over her baby getting scratched or worse, falling over. But with the work done, she's all smiles again. Glad to be done with that one. I swear, I've been working on that monitor for ages. Those tubes are finicky as heck, and I'm still not totally satisfied with the flyback, but thanks for helping me out. I think you're gonna do just great here. Happy to... Stomach growling, food required, except... I wasn't expecting to actually be working today. I forgot to pack a lunch.
When you have pizza on a bagel.
If I had pizza on a bagel. Any good restaurants in walking distance? I think that bookstore next door sells donuts and stuff, but... Not really, unfortunately. There's a cheapo Wubsup sandwich place, but even if that stuff is super tasty, you don't want to go there. You need to eat healthy. Wait right here. And she's off, scurrying back to her hidey hole. And she's back, scurrying from her hidey hole. Here you go. She presses a boxed lunch into my hands. It's a bento box. I learned how to make them from my mom, who learned from her mom, back when they lived in Japan. Rice and pickles and all sorts of good healthy things. You giving me your lunch? Sure, why not? Oh, I can just get some nachos from the vending machine. or go hit the whole story next door. I've got a book delivery to pick up anyway. But you said eating healthy was important.
Yeah.
She was just looking for an excuse to get some junk food instead. Naomi definitely fits in with Francine's ideals for this arcade. She's got a love for these games and it shows. And give me her lunch? Me? A total stranger? That's a kindness I don't know if I deserve, but I appreciate it all the same. So, a bento box. I've only seen these in anime. It's cute, and hopefully has plenty of calories too. Armed with a box of health food, I retired to the employee lounge to get my munch on. Utterly famished by this point, I have a seat and unpack my loaned lunch. What the fuck is this? Incoherent screaming. Coherent screaming. Await death. I'll scream incoherently. With my mind and body screaming wildly, my paralyzed form is unable to move from the vision of terror before me. Scammed? Did it say that it worked? What happened? I wasn't paying attention. The half-person, half-animal, waves their appendages in front of me, likely closing in for the kill. Hello? Anyone in there? See? Nothing to be afraid of. Yeah, I didn't see the text. Did it say success? But then it didn't do anything. I wasn't watching. Me neither. Still, I thought I ironed these bugs out. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, I see. I'm listening while I do some character sheet stuff. Hell yeah. I still need to think of what my character looks like. I'm seeing some null values here. I think that's the issue. Ugh. Save that. Okay, let me just. I'll figure this out later. Looks like you've stabilized. I was worried I scared the life out of you.
Hey, so I'm sorry. if
Some
I
small
challenged
birds to my
you.
hand, just to admire them.
Really?
That sounds like a good one.
Can we start over, maybe?
Is she the quirky one? Do we reckon? Hey, she's giving quirky. I nod my head slowly, although that could just be a muscle spasm from being in shock.
I'm Ashley.
Hello, Ashley. And I'm Will.
I'm also Pinky, the Funplex Flamingo.
Mm-hmm.
It's my secret, yet not so secret identity.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What? The Funplex what now? I like birds, but struggle with the thought of having them in cages. I don't. I don't like birds. They're fine. I would just never want one as a pet. Cats are more my speed. You can see. This is almost too much to take in. Gavin was a bit of a lot. Not even super cute ones. It just doesn't do it. It's not like I dislike them. I don't see the appeal. I've met some really intense people so far.
Did you sneak into the employee section just to get my autograph?
More of a cat man. Who is frightened of birds? Oh, I'm not scared of birds. Or fish. Okay? Before I'm gonna preempt that. Not scared of fish either. Ads on. Why are you bringing that up? I'm getting ahead of the news cycle.
Oh, I thought you would recognize Pinky
You're
from all
just
the signs
tuna
around the
ist?
arcade. Pinky
I think
is
I'm
the
just
mascot
correct.
of the Funplex,
What you mean?
after all.
You're back? Welcome back. Welcome back. That's not what I meant at all. I mean, I work here.
You work here? Since when?
Today. Oh, today.
Oh, awesome! Welcome to the Funplex.
I mean, it would have been way cooler if you were just so enamored with the chibi flamingo creature plastered on every wall that you had to know more.
Let's see.
You could have stealthily maneuvered your way through all the games, sliding right on up to the employees only door. I see a character in the birdsuit and then I want to summon fishes. But how did you get the door code? What's your... If you could have a bird, what would you... What kind of bird would you get? How did you get the door code?
Ooh.
You would have collected the password on a piece of paper that fell from Gavin's pocket. You searched your heart and decided that 4-digit number had to be the intel you needed.
Let's see.
Are you like corvids? Corvids are cool birds. Yeah. Yeah. You need to lie in wait for the opportune moment to punch in that secret key code just to find me. It just keeps going and going. She's got quite the imagination, alright. Is that how I come across to people? As a creepy trespasser? She's definitely passionate about this fictional scenario. The way she just takes an idea and runs with it. A lot of people might find that weird, but I kind of dig it. Kingfisher. Oh. But now it's blackbirds. Which one's the kingfisher? Kingfisher. Yeah. I think my grandparents have like a wood carving of a kingfisher. But now it's blackbirds, you say? Blackbirds. The common blackbird. That's pretty. That's pretty. I think we have these here. They look familiar. Or am I thinking of a... No. Maybe? Oh, there's lots of different kinds. I thought maybe I was thinking of a starling, but there are lots of kinds of them. Maybe it's a starling. It's a pussy. I often hear they call. That they are parents of kingfishers. Okay. Okay. That sounds nice. Shows a lot of imagination. I wonder if she's a writer or something. And how would you have snuck out, I wonder? I could have helped, but for a price. She finally realizes she's been babbling to herself for a couple minutes. The kingfisher, I assume, is turquoise. It'd be very strange to call the blackbird a blackbird when it's turquoise. Sometimes I get swept up in a good story. I mean, I gotta find some way to make this job more interesting. They had quite the facial expression. I've seen someone stick out their tongue. Upwards. You know, I was reading the text, so I didn't actually see. Can I go? Huh? I don't know what that does. I like to confuse people with words and spelling. Yeah. You gotta keep them guessing. Oh. Huh? I don't know what happened there. No, not really. I just crave a different kind of excitement. A different kind of excitement than beeps and boops, screaming children, and broken machines. You aren't really painting the best picture here. I don't mean to be a downer. I just want to move up in the world. I've got things to accomplish, dreams to fulfill, cosplay to make. Cosplay? As we switch topics, it's like she's a completely different person. Ashley's eyes light up, and she smiles. Yeah, you know, like dressing up as your favorite video game. I need to put the heat on. It's freezing. It's so empowering to be able to make your own costume and wear it proudly. It's even better when people recognize what character you are. Empowering, really. Granted, she certainly has the power to stop my heart for a few beats.
Yes!
It's the flamingo suit, isn't it? You want to try? Got a favorite game character? I can help you make your first cosplay if you want. In fact, I made this one. I think Ashley is pointing to her flamingo costume, but it's a little hard to tell with her hands as feathers. So Pinky is your creation. Intentionally? Yep. It looks pretty good for my first mascot cosplay, doesn't it? I'd probably stitch my hands together if I tried that. That's a horrible sound. I'm all thumbs when it comes to stuff like that. Literally. If I get enough thread running between them. I'm pretty impressed though. Naomi was going on about craftsmanship of games. Clearly you're digging on the craftsmanship of costumes. It's nice when hard work is appreciated. I wear it around the Funplex to liven up the crowds, get people pumped to play some games, and the kids seem to adore it. That makes sense. Although the arcade has been completely dead so far. No crowds to pump, or kids to be adored by. Hey, secret between you and me? Ashley motions for me to come closer. She leans in, glances around the room once, and then talks in a hushed tone. I did some repairs on Pinky overnight. I had to restitch the left arm, and I was giving her an old test drive to make sure it doesn't fall off. Limbs falling off seems bad. It was. Yesterday, I was dancing with a little girl. Must have been like 5, 6 years max. Anyway, we were next to the Showtime stage when she tugged on my arm and whoosh, off came the arm. The girl instantly started bawling. Well, at least you're consistently scaring people. It's not just me.
Nope.
Hey now. I don't want that to happen again. I felt so bad. But enough about me. What about you? So you're Carl's replacement? I guess so. I'm the new floor attendant. I attend to the floor. The floor is a thing I'm attending to when I'm not going into cardiac arrest. At least you're funnier than Carl, that's for sure. I can't wait to go home and tell Juniper I do have a sense of humour. She'll be so proud. I assume you've already met Francine? But have you had a chance to meet Gavin and Naomi yet? Yeah, I met them already. Although it seems like they aren't too keen on each other. Right? Ashley rolls her eyes and lets out a sigh. I wish they would just hurry up and make out already. Yeah, wait, seriously? So are they going out? No. But they are always bigger. They always bicker like an old married couple. It's classic, and it's a classic anime cliche. The ones who fight always end up together. Mark my words, Will. Consider them marked.
Beep beep.
Beep beep. What's that sound? Drat, I set an alarm for when my lunch break was over. Time to go back to the grindstone. I didn't even get a chance to eat.
No.
That's no good. Will needs his calories. You eat up. I'll go watch the floor. In fact, how about I take over the ticket desk for the next shift? You can do my job and wander the floor a bit. Fair enough. Ashley winks before her face disappears into the dark recesses of that inhuman mask. As I'm wolfing down rice in the shape of a little heart, it occurs to me, I didn't actually ponder my first impressions of Ashley yet. Let's see. She's pretty amazing. I like her enthusiasm about her art. Got a lot going on in that head of hers. I just don't understand it all. Ashley's a total cutie. I'm all aboard the Pinky train. Choo choo. I like her enthusiasm about her art. Anyway, with lunch in my belly and break time complete, the second half of my workday began. Rolling into the afternoon, the crowd starts to fill out. School's done and late rising pros are heading out to their arcades of choice. With Ashley covering the desk, my job is to wander the floor looking for problems or potential problems. Or just make sure everything's A-okay. But for starters, it's a good moment to collect my thoughts. I think I'm off to a decent start with my co-workers. Good first impressions at any rate. Cooperation's going to be a must. I've had awful co-workers before, and they can really drag down your day. Hang on, no time for daydreaming. I think I spot, let's see, 3 possible issues to look into. I should have time to get to all of them, but which should I tackle first? An irate customer near Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze. Someone cursing up a storm at Fist of Discomfort. A loud crowd at Showtime around Showtime stage. I think the cursing. There's a lot of shouting up from the center of the arcade. I remember Iris telling me all about it earlier today, while I was bored to death at the ticket desk. It's one of the most popular games in the esports circuit. It's been a staple of the scene for over 6 years. 1 year, Team Wicked Prodigies took on the Unreal and came back to win in the dying seconds of a tiebreaker match. to take home a record $5 million prize pot. That's a lot of moolah. And how? How does it work? It's a hybrid of real-time strategy and button mash brawling. Fight your way down the top and bottom lanes, clearing waves of ninjas to finally topple the enemy dojo. But that's the action part. The strategy part involves using abilities, purchased items, and ninja summons. It's sheer elegance, its simplicity. The way that the different game systems interweave to form one masterpiece of esports perfection. Summon good ninjas, punch bad ninjas, smash dojo. I'd say boiling down a rich game of action and strategy played the world over by top gamers is in such a way is a bit degrading, but sure. Okay. All of which is super interesting and stuff, but right now, all I care about is dealing with the loud mouth currently playing the game. I guess this is almost like a Dota analog. The closer I get, the louder the yelling gets. Most of these words are that.
What the
I think she said fuck. What in the actual fuck was that? No, those are different, definitely all words my mother would disapprove of. You've got to be fucking me. Shitting me. You've got to be shitting me. There is no fucking way. There's even plausible. Those hitboxes don't even fucking connect. Fuck this game. Fuck it all night long. Haha. You get wrecked. It's Rando Calrissian. He's very good at Cards Against Humanity. Oh, this is far from over, Scrub. I saved up a little something extra special for you. I've been baiting you into attacking my sensei, which you fell for. Hard. Oh, hey. Did I forget to mention that I bought an extra Ultimate Technique scroll from my dojo? Whoops. Mabi. Wait, what? You haven't been farming. How could... XP share technique with creep waves. Take this. 5-fold fucking explosive death claw technique. How did you defeat me? And he dies in real life.
Oh, GG. No one can defeat me, Queen Bee.
My dry eyes painfully blinking makes me realize I've been standing here, watching intently during that whole exchange. I'm not 100% sure what just happened, but that didn't matter. I was completely sucked in, couldn't tear my eyes away. It was like watching a train wreck. I mean, if the train was the arcade game, and the wreck was that guy's face.
Hey, kid. What are you staring at? Never seen a champion of my caliber before?
Seeing as I don't even know how to begin to start to even consider how to respond to her question, I opt to take a moment and collect my thoughts. From what I've somehow gathered, she goes by Queen Bee. That jacket she's wearing identifies her as a member of L7 Gaming, an arcade esports team. And she's the most direct, fierce person I've met all day. That's saying a lot considering who I've run into so far. She'd be fun to hang around, no doubt. Why so rude though? What a sore winner. Talk about a dominating personality and I feel the urge to kneel and submit. She seems fun. That level of excitement always gushing out, I can only imagine how much enjoyment she gets out of life. What can I say? People love winning, and it seems like she wins a lot. At least between bursts of, what did Iris call it? Saltiness?
Hey, don't just stand there all weird and quiet like. It's creepy.
Yeah, it is. She snaps her fingers to grab my attention.
Are you gonna quarter up or not? Think you can best the hottest rising star of L7?
From what I've seen, I know I couldn't best a scrub, let alone a professionally competitive player of this game. Nope. No thank you. Plus, I'm not sure I'm allowed to play games while I'm working.
You work here?
Yep. I enforce arcade law within this noble funplex. Yes, me. And what's your job? Hassling me? Shit. Right. What? Fuck right? Shit right? Shit right? Fuck right. Fucking right? I don't know. Goon right? No, the goon's not a curse. I'm the new floor attendant. And if you're not careful with your stock, I can... Okay, well, that's a bit much. You are a cute one. Oh. Sassy. And direct.
Hey, they haven't given you a name tag yet. How am I supposed to know who you are?
I think that was actually a weird tactic to have me introduce myself to it. Well, I did technically just start working here 6 hours ago. It might take them some time to issue me a name tag. Maybe they need to send a carrier pigeon to an ancient monastery where name tags are forged in a vast clay oven. Nah, Gavin's just slacking. I'll talk to that silly boy for you and make sure you get some proper respect. Thanks? No problem. We gamers gotta stick
I'm
together.
Queen Bee, by the way. Aggro-style FOD lane pusher specialist for L7 Gaming.
Okay, yeah. I figured that when you put your arms over your head, cheered and shouted, "No one can defeat me, Queen Bee."
Hey, I do not sound like that. Well, maybe a little.
I'm one of the regulars around here. Besides Purr and Tio. So you'll be seeing a lot of me in the future. Let's hope you last longer than the last guy. Now she's making my job into a competition. I hope there isn't a betting pool too. You look like a smart kid. You've seen one of my many streams on the internet, right? Nope. I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
Whoa!
Have you been living under a rock for the past decade? If you consider a small yet formidable apartment a rock, then yes. You sweet child. You are so innocent and pure. Come, let me show you the path to darkness that is the internet. Sure, I'd like to learn. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sounds nice. Well, it's part of my job. And if Queen Bee is going to give me some insight on the culture around this game, I should take advantage of that. Lead me farther into the dark abyss, my mistress.
Yeah.
She grabs my arm and pulls me closer to the Fist of Discomfort cabinet. And upon further inspection, I see the whole haphazard little pile of tech she's rigged up. You can just plug one of these cabs into the internet. So I use a number of clip-on webcams and mics and stuff. That webcam there, it broadcasts to my own personal PC back home, which then streams matches live to all of my fans. The chat room appears on my phone. It costs a bit to put everything all together, and it takes like half an hour to rig up and test each morning. But after doing this here for a couple of years, it's easy peasy. Aside from Naomi grinding her teeth at my clip-on cameras damaging the paint job, I mean. Anyway, I prefer to stream from the Funplex than from home. There is so much to miss out on sitting by your lonesome. The console version of FOD, the crowds, the wicked trash talk of the community. Are you broadcasting live right now? Are we live right now?
No way.
No fucking way. That was part of my warm-up matches. I've got a pretty big tournament coming up, so I try to get as much practice in as possible. Even if it's with a bunch of fodder. As in FOD, FOD, as in, you know, chum, lunch meat, scrubs, losers. I got the idea, yes. Queen Bee sees something out of the corner of her eye and glances around the arcade floor. She gives a nod to someone hanging near the Street Fighter cabinet. My crew is starting to trickle in. We should be starting team practice soon. Wait, what time is it? At the tone, the time will be 2:25 p.m. Eastern.
Beep beep.
Beep beep.
What the?
I gotta go live in 5 minutes. It's been swell. We'll chat later, right? Sure. Can you keep the swearing down at least a little? We've got kids around here and I don't want you to get in trouble with Gavin. Him? Meh, but for you, I'll keep it to a PG-13 rating. That means you can say fuck once. I think. Or is it 3 times? No, if you'll excuse me. There are some butts out there that I need to kick.
Later.
And with a wave and a twirl, she completely abandons me and returns to her Fist of Discomfort game. Queen Bee fires up her broadcast rig, and the shouting and milder swearing start up again. I should probably get out of here before I accidentally end up on the stream. Passion seems to run deep in this arcade. Everybody's spirit burning with passion for, well, various things, but hey, passion's passion. She seems to like me. It should work now. Oh well. Let's see, what to handle next? A loud crowd around Showtime stage. An irate customer near Mr. Moopy's magic maze. Let's check on Showtime stage. In the distance, I see a number of people gathering, which is surprising since the first half of my shift was complete and utter solitude. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy to see that people do come to the arcade, but that's quite the crowd that's assembling. Like, larger than Queen Bee's team was. Rowdier too. This has to be against some fire code or safety protocol or something, right? Speaking as a citizen that enjoys living, having an escape route in case of emergency is necessary. Time to clear the way, pave my own path of safety. As I approach, I see flashing neon lights accompanied by upbeat Europop drifts. It's an ordinary flashback to 1980X. I can't help but nod my head to the beat. A pulsating mass of people have surrounded Showtime stage, cheering on the current player. The game itself takes up a whole corner of the arcade, requiring a fair amount of space to actually play. Showtime stage is an ultra-modern arcade smash hit. It uses motion tracking sensors hidden behind the colored spotlights to check dance pose accuracy and score your sweet moves. It's pure dance fever. Can you catch the fever, Will? I had my dance fever shots at the doctor's office earlier this season. As the dance ends, one of the players hops down from the stage and immediately starts talking to a young man, leaning up against the back wall. Did you see that, Teo? I got my first AA on Stop the Beat.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah. Yeah, I did. You're doing great. Remember last month you couldn't even pass that song. Totes impressive. I'm gonna keep practicing, and one day, maybe even surpass you. Hey, I hope you do. And when you do, you can be the one who brings in new dancers and teaches them how to play. As the next song starts, my eyes shift from their conversation to observe the gyrations and intricate limb movements coming from a Showtime stage. I feel my head popping and my foot tapping. Hey, it's a real catchy song. Can you blame me? I'm getting really into it when I feel a hand on my shoulder.
Care to dance?
You want to take the spotlight? Nah, we're not a dancer. We're human, not dancer. I'm not one for dancing with strangers. You know what dancing leads to. Falling on my face, in front of all these people. Either that or one of my customers enjoying a trip to the emergency room with a shattered foot. I'd rather not horribly embarrass myself right now. Let's save that for later.
Bummer.
Tis a downright shame, but you can't blame me for trying. How could I resist to ask a guy such as yourself? You caught my eye the moment you walked over.
Hey, wait. You're new here, right?
Yeah, I'm very new.
Name's Mateo, but everyone here just calls me Teo.
Teo's the best. Greatest guy here. He's sort of like our leader. Yeah.
Oh, please. I'm nothing, really.
He looks directly into my eyes.
Nothing as special as you.
This guy's fucking horned up.
I just like to show newbies the ropes and teach them how to play. Our community is small, but we're all super close.
It sounds like I've stumbled upon a polycule.
I think you'd be a perfect addition to our gang. So, what do you say? Play our silly...
Teo outstretches his arm to me, waiting for my hand to grab his. We're not dancers. We're not going to join the polycule, I'm afraid. Teo's a persistent one, but at least he's not mean about it. Maybe after I've played Showtime Stage multiple times. Alone. Possibly in the dark. I appreciate the offer, but I don't know if this one's for me. I'd like to avoid injuring anyone, notably myself. With enough practice, you get it. Plus, I could always teach you. Yeah, I think I'll pass. I'm actually on the clock right now. I'm the new floor attendant, Will. Really? But I haven't seen you around here at all. What happened to the other guy? He was actually pretty good at Showtime Stage, now that I think about it. He's out. I'm in. It's currently year 0 of the floor attendant Will regime.
Hello there.
Well, it's an honor to meet you, Will. I hope we get to know each other well. Indeed. For someone that loves Showtime Stage as much as you do, I haven't actually seen you play yet. True, most of the time during these meetups, I tend to let everyone else play. I go around to make sure everyone is happy and having a blast. What about you and your feelings? Teo shrugs. My happiness comes from making other people happy. That's all I need in life. Which is all well and good, but I still need to deal with this crowd. How best to handle it. Want to film a workplace saying we need to seriously talk about crowd sizes? Let's talk about crowd sizes. I know you're having a ball over here, but this crowd is blocking the emergency exit. By law, we have to keep a path present. Can't you let it slide just this once? For me? No. If I let it happen once, then it's going to happen all the time. I get it though, your crew's passionate about this game. And that's a good thing. But a stampede on my first day at work would be bad for everyone involved. Could you imagine the headlines? Local arcade's floor attendant trampled on first day. Blood everywhere. Very true. I don't want to be checking my social media tomorrow and click the link to your obituary. We totes can't have that. I got this. Luckily, the song that was being played has just finished. Teo jumps up on the stage and cups his hands over his mouth. We need to keep the area to the left of the stage clear. But why? I like my spot. You know the deal. We all have to be cool about fire safety. It's his first day. Let's show him some respect. I see everyone turn around and glare at me. Now I'm going to be known as the party pooper. I guess I've had worse reputations in my life. Like that one time I had to close the pool because of that dirty bandage floating in the water. No one would walk to me for a week. He's just doing his job. The crowd reshuffles itself in a semi-orderly fashion. As everyone settles into a safer way of watching the game, Teo jumps down and comes back to me. Better? I nod, genuinely impressed with how Teo can capture his community's attention. They listen to him and have the utmost respect for him. Yeah, actually much better.
Didn't mean to cause any trouble. Sometimes we just get so caught up in the game, you know? Of course you know. Hey, you should still join us later. Maybe when your shift's over. We'll all be here dancing until closing time.
As long as that dancing is within the law. Carry on. I start to walk away, ready for my next venture. When I remember something I should do, I turn back to Teo. Hey,
no
thanks.
problem.
Well, I feel nice and accomplished. I was able to uphold the safety of the arcade like a model employee. That's pretty good for my first day. Even Gavin's got to be impressed, right? It's time to leave Showtime Stage. It's time for Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze. My mutant floor attendant senses detect danger from the left-hand side of the arcade. I quickly rush all of 30 feet. Need to bounce. This dinner's almost ready. To the stream, sending all the vibes before I go. Thank you, Raspberry. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a good dinner and a good rest of your night. Come on, hurry the fuck up and finish your game. Do you work here? I saw you behind the desk earlier. Ask Gavin for a name tag or something. Yeah, I'm Will, floor attendant. Stop attending to the carpets and attend to me. I want this fuck shit to wrap up his damn game so I can play. Ashley's face is obscured beneath her costume mask, but I can feel her wince as the man curses up a blue streak. There are children present. Please keep the swearing to a minimum. You kick the fat piece of shit off this game and I'll sing Mary Had a Little Lamb all you want. I tap the player on their shoulder. He's not fat. That guy's not fat. Come on. Do you even have eyes, buddy? Sir, there are other players waiting to give Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze a spin. Curiously, the player looks up at the game's marquee. Thank you, Naomi. Which simply reads, Moopy. You know the game's full name? Sure, I played it a lot when I was a kid. It's actually called Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze, right? Wizards and pellets and monsters and stuff? Yeah. A bit terse, as he's laser focused on the game. And I can see why. He's currently sitting on 714,900 points. Holy crap, that's a heck of a high score. Or as this guy would probably put it, holy shit, that's a fuck of a high score. That's a shit of a high score. I don't know. Excuse me. Right. So can you please wrap up your game? Nope. I'm keeping good pace here. Plenty of lives stocked. On par for getting close to the world record before the kill screen. Somehow the thick arcade jargon sounds classier, draped in his British accent, like I'm watching some documentary program on the BBC. Yeah, but this is a public arcade. Other folks want to play these games too. He finishes clearing the current board while pondering the predicament. Okay. At first I think he's stepping away to end his game, but is letting his stock of 50 extra dudes slowly deplete as he pulls out his wallet. Without pause, he pulls out $3,000 in cash and holds it out. Will this cover it? For a moment, I flash back to that movie where some dude pays another dude to sleep with his wife and they roll around in a bed covered in money and... cover what exactly? The cost of the game. The game itself. I've never seen this much raw cash in one place at any given time. It's not even in 20s. Dudes rolling in Benjamins. One moment, please. Iris already had my messenger app open for me, with Gavin's contact info preloaded. With trembling fingers, I key in, customer wants to buy a movie for $3K, what do? In less than a minute I have my response. Considering we paid $200 for it, plus parts? Yes. Absolutely yes. Sell that relic immediately. Oh, okay then. Okay, although, how's Naomi going to react to this? Offloading one of her darlings just because Gavin wants to make a 15-fold profit? It also feels kind of weird to be taking advantage of this guy's lack of a grasp on the real costs of old arcade machines. I knew all this workplace drama was going to catch up to me at some point. But with this rando breathing down my neck, I gotta make a decision. The game was $200, but I'm not sure we should sell. You know what do the cards say? What do the cards say? Temperance? I think that means don't sell. I think temperances don't sell. I'm not sure we should sell. It's an older game. It actually only costs us about $200, but, well, it's part of the arcade, so... I expect this apparent gazillionaire to protest at not getting his way. But he's smiling. You're right. This is Mr. Moopy's home after all. Let's compromise. I'll pay you $1,000 American and own the game, but you keep it here. In return, I get to play as long as I want, provided nobody's already playing. That way, I can keep chasing the score, but your arcade stays whole. I'd hate to break up a loving family. Naomi will be relieved to hear that. Even if Gavin may flame me for passing up $2,000. How could I live with myself? Which leaves the rando hopping mad, to be fair. We had been kind of ignoring that he exists. What the fuck, man? What kind of arcade is this anyway? Fuck this. I'm going to Deco's Palace. And we just lost a customer. Yeah, but we're up like 1k. That's pretty good. On the plus side, Naomi won't cry. On the negative side, I just drove a rando out into the cold.
What a disagreeable fellow.
As for the player, well, he goes right back to playing. Eating pellets, zapping ghost monsters, clearing mazes. With the crisis behind us, I can actually focus on who this gonzo rich guy actually is. He seems to care about more than just his game. Splashing around that cash, aren't we, Mr. Moneybags? Digging that dad bod? Take it from someone walling around in the lower tax brackets. The rich can do whatever they want, whenever they want. And yet, that's not what this guy did. He could have, but he let us keep the game. He just wanted to play. That's all. And why? Because of Naomi? Because of the Funplex? It's a home and a family, for the games and for us. Maybe it's for the best I sent that rando out the door in favor of this guy. So, you know Naomi? He's happy to talk even while playing.
I'm a Funplex regular. My name's Percy. I'd hazard you're our new floor attendant. I was here when Francine seated you behind the desk earlier.
I did not notice. That's me, Will Shill, Arcade Wrangler.
Well then, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, and I look forward to getting to know you better.
So, you seriously just been playing Moopy all day, huh?
What can I say? It's my calling. I actually owned a Moopy cabinet once. Had it in my flat. But playing it by myself, all alone in the dark, it's not the same. I need the atmosphere.
The beeps and the boops.
No, those you eventually learn to filter out. I mean, everything. The games, the lights, the kids, the feeling of being in an arcade. I score my best when I'm in real-world conditions. It's all about the emotions. The laughter and the tears, the excitement of competition. I need that swirling chaos of human emotions around me to play at my finest.
Naomi gets that. She keeps Moopy in top condition for the day I eventually land my high score. What's the current world record then? About 3.5 million. This guy has been standing here since I was working the morning shift. Hours and hours. He's still only about 720k into his game. Can't imagine him being in anything but top health condition. To try this. Guy's gotta have legs made out of carbon fiber and a bladder of tungsten. I just let a few extra lives drain out whenever I need to go pee. Also, he may be psychic. I feel like I should let him get back to his game, but burning questions, they burn like fire. How is it that he can afford this game? You must have a solid job, good income. So you're going to get your Moopy dipped in gold? Your score's more important than your bank balance. These are weird. I guess. Solid job, good income. That's a lot of money just to have on your person. What do you do for a living? This and that. Maybe he's actually the head of an international diamond smuggling ring. They hide the stones inside arcade games. Day trading? Oh. Huh? Day trading, stocks and bonds. Oh no. Oh no. This is too close to real life. Anybody can do it if they have a head for the numbers. It's really nothing important. Or maybe he's a day trader.
So.
I don't feel people are defined by their work. I know the arcade is home to those who've made their passion into their work, but it's the passion that matters more. I have my passions, the same as anyone. I look forward to learning yours as well. When I'm not deep in the middle of a game, I mean. He's getting more and more distracted by the game. I should leave him be. I have to do a thing about a thing. Be seeing you. Yet another weird encounter in a string of weird encounters. By the end, he sounded more like the high school junkies you hear about in documentaries. Obsessed. Driven. Kind of strange. But that's not the impression I had of him from the beginning. He smiled when talking about not splitting up the arcade. There's something more going on here. But well, he's a Funplex regular. There'll be plenty of time to learn more later. I've got work to do. The arcade is now at peace. My work here is done. Well, actually, we're a few hours from closing time. So my work here isn't quite done. But, you know. I'm so at peace, in fact, that I don't even notice the underboss of the arcade sliding on up behind me. Not a bad first day so far. I've been keeping tabs on you. Well, others have been, and they've been texting me. You know, you should consider getting a proper group chat app going. Got a crappy phone plan, my texts aren't free. And by that point, I'll look into that.
Impressive.
I'm impressed with how you handle yourself. I think you're going to work out just fine. Anyway, I've prepared your paperwork. If you'd like to go sign it and make this working relationship a bit more above board.
Yeah.
So you're staying? Please tell me you're staying. I mean, I fed you and everything. Francine hasn't fired him yet, right? An adorable nightmare joins the impromptu staff gathering.
Ooh.
Well, it's off to a great start. Here's to your first day, followed by many more. Don't you two have jobs to attend to? Just ordered a replacement power supply for Robotron. Nothing left to do for the day. Not many kids around for me to entertain. Finally, a quiet moment. My dream job. It's been going a mile a minute since I got here. Is it my dream job? Taking this job was a risk. The arcade business is a risk. And I knew if I didn't leap into it, well, I'd be utterly stuck in life. It's been a strange kind of day. Hectic, stressful, surreal at times. But I've been riding that wave, and riding it well. My coworkers seem just as strange, which is a plus. We're all in this crew together. I could find some kindred spirits within this crew. So, dream job? Could be. It very well could be. We've only got a few hours till closing, and it's nice and quiet. How about we game a bit? Speak for yourself. I've got paperwork to handle. Don't act like you don't game. I know your dirty little secret. What? You sneak in early each morning to play pinball. You're a pinball wizard. What of it? I bring order to chaos. Pinball is the very expression of that art form. I'm not sure. Impromptu pinball tourney. The girls are giggling, and I'm finding myself smiling right alongside them. Not a bad way to end my first day.
By the way, I've booked a birthday party for this afternoon.
Oh. I'm going to take a break quickly. Let's quick save, and then I'll put on something. One moment. Yeah, this looks good. Just needs to start. Okay. I'll be right back. Back in a bit. Okay. I'm back. I might end earlier today. Reading this much is straining my throat. Just a bit.
Sorry, I meant to tell you, dears, but I plumb forgot.
She plumb forgot. A birthday party? How old are the kids, may I ask? It's her 5th birthday. Yes, 5-year-olds are terrifying. Jumping up and down on the pinball machines, putting chewing gum into coin slots, pulling out my costume, tearing off pieces of it. We've survived kids' birthday parties before. Doom, the end is nigh.
I'd hate to get in the way of all the fun. Yep, it's time for my afternoon nap anyway. Have fun, dears.
Okay. Battle stations, everyone. I'll take the ticket desk so I can oversee operations. Ashley, greet the kids. Naomi, watch for hardware damage. Will, roaming duty. Look for trouble. Do what you can. Prepare yourselves. They're coming. Like an oncoming tidal wave, the rumble is felt before it is seen. Parents pulling into the parking lot. Minivans disgorging kindergartners. And suddenly, an explosion of small humans rushes the doors, bursting into the arcade before scattering every which way. Even before any of them can get tokens, they're grabbing at joysticks, mashing buttons, eager to get their game on, or even just pretend to be playing. The crew assumes battle stations. Naomi by the fragile pinball machines. Ashley near the door, trying to distract the incoming kids, to greet them. Gavin, armed with pre-stacked $10 rolls of tokens, quickly exchanges them with the adults. Beats waiting in line at the change machines. As for the pro gamers, well, Queen Bee and Teo's friends bolt for the exit, abandoning them, keen on getting out ahead of the surge of kiddies, I guess. That's all very well and good, but I've got no idea where I'm supposed to be. Roaming duty, Gavin said. Looking for trouble, Gavin said. I mean, I was doing that before, but now the chaos is multiplied. For a few minutes, I'm like a pinball being bounced around, or like that frog trying to cross a highway of traffic. Eventually, I spot 3 possible problems on the rise, and Will, professional floor attendant, is ready to attend to them. Yes. Which one of these should I tackle first, though? I may not be able to deal with all of them in time. 2 kids fighting over a box of cupcakes near Naomi and Ashley. An angry adult shouting at a kid near Teo and Queen Bee. A little girl crying over her stolen tickets near Percy and Gavin. Let's help our co-workers. I can smell disaster on the wind, and it smells sweet. As in, I can smell that box of birthday cupcakes one of the parents left near the ticket desk, with kids swarming around it, scavenging for their favorite icing colors. At first, my inner child is merely offended that someone thought one of these icing blobbed cupcake cakes was superior to an actual birthday cake. But there are clearly larger issues at stake than that.
I want a chocolate. Don't take all the chocolate.
I want 2 cupcakes. Give me 2 cupcakes.
Fuck these kids. Fuck them kids.
Everybody gets one, and mine's gotta be chocolate.
Of course, the kid at the front grabs the last one.
Finders keepers, losers weepers.
It's okay to hit a kid. The parents aren't paying attention. They're too busy complaining about their jobs and the weather and the PTA and stuff. Meaning when the first cupcake is thrown, nobody is there to stop it.
Stop it, stop it.
I want chocolate.
As blobby wads of icing and sponge cake go flying, I glance over to the coin-op games, which are about to get caught in the crossfire. Naomi, who's busy trying to unjam a joystick, one of the kids waggled too hard, looks up to see the cupcake onslaught coming her way. As does Ashley, whose fuzzy costume is a nice and inviting target for flying confectionery. Act fast, Will. Try to save them both? We'll save the game. I hurl myself into the action. Numbness sets in as multiple rounds of frosting-coated mortar fire impact against my body. When I finally hit the ground, my clothes are totally ruined. Well, were they any good to begin with? But alas, my noble self-sacrifice could not save them both.
What? No.
Pinky, the Funflex flamingo, is now covered in a wide variety of icing colours across the visible spectrum. You were so young and pure. It's so cold. I still will. I won't let you die on me. I'm not dying. The icing's just kind of cold and sticky and gross. Ah. By this point, the lackadaisical parents have finally noticed the pastry wars and are busy rounding up the combatants for various scoldings.
Aww.
My costume's just wrecked. I need to get out of this ASAP and put some stain treatment on it. Will, can you cover the floor for me? Considering it's my fault you got caked? Absolutely. Well, I don't know if it's my fault. Yeah, exactly. It's not your fault. The games cost more than my fuzzy felt. I'll be back
Thank you.
ASAP. That was so brave of you. I mean, okay, it was just cupcakes, but still. That was so brave. You saved the game we worked on together. Actually, it's only now that I noticed the joust game that was protected from severe and sustained cupcaking. I'm Naomi's hero of the day. She's smiling at me expectantly. Quick, Will, say something cool. I take a cupcake for you any day. So, joust is okay, no damage? I'll take a cupcake for you any day. If we were cornered in a cold, dark alley one horrible night, assaulted by baked goods, I'd happily take the sugar hit for you. Well, in the amazingly unlikely event of exactly those circumstances happening, it's good to know I have someone protecting me. My knight in shining icing. I'd better finish up my work here and get out of the way of the party. And you've got more work to do. Good luck. With a brief nod from Gavin, I snatch one of the official Funflex t-shirts to replace my cupcaked top. After a few minutes in the bathroom to change and wipe, icing off my pants, I'm ready to go again. Right, that's sorted out. But the other two situations are about to spin out of control. I've only got time to deal with one of them. Which one? We need to stop this adult from yelling at a child. The sounds of hardship call to me from the Fast Cars 5 racing games. Shouting adults and crying children are never particularly good signs. And I hope, beyond hope, that I can take this on. I shake the discomfort off. Now's not the time to doubt myself. I need to find out what's going on and stat. As I get closer to the revving of the engines and the clacking of shifting gears, I see a grown woman berate a cowering boy.
I didn't.
Admit it. I know what you did, you brat. You manipulated my precious son to put his tokens into your game. You should be ashamed of yourself. Children like you are the absolute worst garbage. You know what? Maybe she was right to yell at this kid. Keep your voice down. There's no need to shout at a child. Well, what's going on here? This jerk of a boy told my sweetest, beyond sweet Josh that he should put in his own tokens into the racing machine so he could play it for free. Josh earned those tokens from his own allowance, and I won't let some devil child steal his money. Let's just take a moment to calm down, okay? Before I say anything else, I spot Queen Bee and Teo out of the corner of my eye. Queen Bee looks infuriated, and Teo has buried his face in his hands. Actually, now that I stop and think about it, they might have some insight. The racing game's right next to Showtime stage. Teo probably had a good vantage point of the whole thing. If he was dancing on stage, and just by the way Queen Bee's brows are furrowed, I can tell something is not sitting right with her. I could ask one of them for their help, or I could try to resolve this one by myself. Let's consult the Queen on the situation. Since Queen Bee has been consumed by rage, I bet she knows what's really going on here.
What the
That lady is a fucking no good piece of shit. This is, in fact, the furthest away from helping I could ever envision. The kid runs away to avoid the loud people as I try my best to defuse the situation. The boy did nothing wrong. Nothing. How dare you? There's no way I'm getting a word in between these two. I sigh and resign myself to watching it play out. How dare I? How fucking dare you for yelling at that kid? I don't care if he did what you claim or not. You've got no right to traumatize him over it. He's a thief, and he'll grow up to be a no-good criminal. That still doesn't fucking matter. Do you honestly think, take a single fucking second of your life and really think that shouting at a child is an effective way to handle this? You can't tell me how I should act. Or who do you think you are? I'm the nemesis of evildoers. Righter of wrongs. The rising star of L7 Gaming. Quote, Queen Bee poses in her trademark
no one
pose.
can defeat me, Queen Bee.
And in the name of the Funplex, I punish you. Did she just fucking... Well, I never... In all my years, you're far worse than that impudent child. Josh, we are leaving this horrible arcade right now. Well, that's one way to handle that. The woman scoops up her child and storms out the front door. I don't think we'll see her or her son anymore. And frankly, I'm okay with that. Once they're gone, Queen Bee turns her attention back to me.
Come on!
People like that really piss me off. My blood's boiling.
Oh, hey.
Thanks for the backup. You're welcome. I really didn't do much of anything. I knew you had my back. I can sense that you're like me. I can't stand to see people get screamed at. It sucks, you know? This is a side of her I haven't seen yet. She just looks so sad. But you yell at people all the time. You doing okay? I know it's really none of my business, but I feel I should ask about this. Looks like the incident hit her hard. She pauses for a second before her normal smile creeps back on her lips. I'll be fine. I just don't like seeing adults treat kids like their future's nothing. Like they'll be worthless stains on society. I had a lot of people tell me I could never be a professional gamer, that I should quit daydreaming, and I say, fuck those people. Don't let anyone tell you who you are.
Thanks.
Okay, show's over. You should go check on that boy. The boy, I totally forgot. You're right. I always am. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to try and squeeze in a few more matches before quitting time.
Later.
Queen Bee takes one more moment to triangulate the safest path back to Fist of Discomfort through a sea of children. After poking around a bit, I managed to find the kid. Still shaking up from the whole ordeal. Sorry about all that. Are you going to be okay? I think so. I swear I didn't do anything. The other kid, he just came up out of nowhere and dropped his token in my slot. After I lost, I got off the game and offered it to him. He just ran away. Huh? And that woman approached you and started yelling. The boy nods, wiping his snotty nose on his shirt. Uh-huh. Well, if it's any consolation, the bad lady's gone. I don't think she's going to ever come back. Especially after the way Queen Bee burned her. The boy, cheeks still streaked with tears, lets out a smile. Lets a smile spread on his face. Tell the other lady thanks for sticking up for me too. I nod, and the boy scurries off and rejoins some of his other friends. 2 problems in the can. Now to deal with the crying kid by the skee ball machine. So she's gone. Well, crap. Looking for that girl? I think her parents took her home. Party turned sour for her, I suppose. Drat, I wasn't fast enough. You can't be everywhere at once. Will, cheer up. Cheer up, love. You're still doing better than the last guy who stood at your post. You did well today. Seeing Gavin actually smiling is weird, but I'm not going to say no to praise from my sub-boss. Things seem to be cooling down. I suggest you take a few minutes in the break room while there's a lull in the action. Ashley and I will handle things for now, and she can swap off when you come back. Percy ducks out of the conversation without actually moving anyway, refocusing on his game. I could use a few minutes yet. Thanks, Gavin. I'll be right back. I slip away, headed for the employee lounge. What a day. Quirky co-workers, die-hard pro gamers, volatile kids, getting into volatile situations. I'd say it's a recipe for wackiness or some such cliche. But nothing's an easily dismissed cliche when it's happening to you directly. Frankly, I'm exhausted. I drop down into one of those cheap folding metal chairs in the employee break room, groaning and rolling my head back to try and work the kinks out of my sore shoulders. And spot an upside down kid. What the fuck? I'm the one leaning backwards. I sit up and turn around instead. Better. What's a kid doing back here? Is he also a new employee? Is it also his first day? I think he was hoping I would notice him. And you are Mikey. So what are you doing back here? This is an employees only area. Stream time? Oh. It seems like there was a blip. I don't think it died. You back? But maybe hit a rough patch? Froze for a second. Yeah, I see there was a bitrate drop, but I think we're fine now. I think it seems good now. How'd you get in? The guy at the desk dropped this. Oh. Ashley knew. But you can't stay back here. It's, well, I don't see any knives or stabbing implements left out in the open, so I guess it's technically safe, but...
Send me back out there.
Oh. His voice. This is curious. I lean in so we can be on the same eye level. Something wrong? You can tell me. I work here. I'm the guy who solves problems.
No problems. Just don't want to go out there.
Don't you want to play with your friends? And he gives me the most cynical, bitter laugh I've ever heard out of a kindergartner.
I don't got any friends. I don't know anybody here.
Then how did you get invited, dickhead?
My family just moved to the city. And before that, we lived in another city. And one more for that, but I was too little to remember. Mom told me to come to the party anyway, and I didn't want to, but she took me anyway. And then she left because she's got to work.
New kid in town. Still, I should have busted him there and then, brought him back out to the party where the other parents could supervise him. I should have told Gavin. I should have enforced the rules of the arcade. Okay, kid, I won't tell on you. If you want to stay back here for the rest of the party, I'll keep you company. Thanks. You really won't tell my mom? Nope. Why? I thought you'd want to make me... Oh, well done, Jason. I thought you'd want to make me go. You're an adult, like Mom. Hey, I wasn't always an adult. I was a kid once. How you doing, Jason? Welcome in. The new kid in town, in fact. You were the new kid? Yeah, although for me, that started happening back when I was 10. Again and again, moving from town to town, school to school, never really making any friends. Not for years. Mom and Dad kept losing jobs and taking... How's this going? That's a lot of reading. I didn't know it was going to be quite so visual novel heavy. But it's going okay. Whatever this is, it's like it's a visual novel. Yeah. About working at an arcade in the future. Too tired when they... And I suppose there's a dating element to it, although we haven't really gotten to that, it seems. There's characters that you meet and relationship points. Hang on, can we see that? Yeah. Oh shit, that was easy. Max that shit out. After years and years of this, I stopped hoping things would get better. I decided I'd just take what I could get. I'd go with the flow. What does that mean? It means you don't care. Some things are good, some things are bad, but you don't care. You just do what you have to do without really being sad over it. I don't know if this is good advice to give to a child.
But that sounds so sad. You weren't sad? It's sad to never care about anything, right?
I guess I was sad. I just told myself I wasn't going to be sad, even though I really was. And then I bite my tongue hard, because my little involuntary trip down memory lane was not helping this kid out. It wouldn't have helped little Will out if an adult did this for me. So instead, I decided to be the adult that little Will would have needed. Hey, it could be totally worse. Aliens could attack. It won't always be this bad. Life has ups and downs. Your mommy loves you. That's why she works hard. But this won't beat you, right? You're a tough kid. You take the time you need. I'll stay with you. This kid probably just needs to be told that his mom loves him. When I was a kid, I was mad at my parents for moving all the time, taking different jobs. Made things very hard for me, but now that I'm older, I know they were working hard because they loved me. They wanted the best for me, and were doing their best to get it. Life can be hard sometimes. Sometimes it's just no fun. But there's one thing that's always there. Love. They love you. He shoots me a doubting look. One of those little doubting looks where they don't want to outright call something a lie, but can't quite swallow it. If your mum was sad, what would you do to make her happy? I mean, if you had to go to school an extra 2 hours a day, would you do it? I guess. That's what she's doing. She's working very hard because she wants to make you happy. I'm not happy being alone or moving all the time. Neither is she. But she knows if she works hard, one day you won't be alone. You won't be moving all the time. I was the new kid, remember? But now I have a home with my best friend and a good job. I work in an arcade. How cool is that? It wasn't easy, and my parents were often sad. I was often sad, but we pulled through, and so will you. Just remember, she loves you, and you love her. It'll get you through the sad times. Huh. It's not a great answer. It doesn't solve the problem. But it does make things a little easier on Mikey. From his long sigh, I can feel him releasing his sadness before offering a little smile. Not a big goofy grin. Not the high of happiness, just a simple understanding. It's sad. A lot. But I know it's not always sad, and even if she left me here, I know she's coming back. Hey, you know what? You've still got some time to enjoy the party. Even if you don't want to talk to the other kids, there's a lot of games you can play. And hey, maybe you'll get to know someone while playing a game. Arcades are great for that. I'm sure a lot of them have sad times too, and they could use someone to play with. Someone who understands.
Thank you.
I want to play the skee ball games. I'll spot you a few tokens. Let's get you rolling. I take his hand and lead him out back to the main room. And off he goes. I'm not fooling myself. I know I haven't fixed all Mikey's problems. I'm no child psychologist. That was entirely me flying by the seat of my pants. But for one moment there, I was able to help someone in the same crappy situation I find myself long ago. 15 years ago. Everything changed. No more family vacations, no more arcade visits. We couldn't afford them. And they couldn't take time off work. The whole Schul family had to learn to settle. To accept the lot in life we'd been dealt. To simply go with the flow. Never hoping, never wanting. Juniper did her best.
Hello.
Need to go AFK for a bit. If you in before I... Oh, no problem. Thanks for being here, Zach. Hope you have a good evening too. One of the few stable times in my life, but she knew the edge I'd been pushed to. Now here I am. Today has been, well, bonkers. Alternately boring and hectic, surreal, and way too real. But I can honestly say I'm more alive today than I have been in a very, very long time. Beep beep, beep beep. My emotional voice now, as the separate teams combined with your body language, suggests you are very happy right now. Yeah, I guess I am. How did you know? I just told you. I mean, how did you know I love this job so much?
I know.
It's easy, I didn't. What? I lied. I was 47% sure. Oh, it has elements that seem to click with your optimal social requirements, a fun atmosphere, spirited co-workers, helping people out, and so on. Also, I cross-reference your roommate's postings talking about how much you enjoyed arcade visits when you were a kid. Still, 47%.
99.97%.
But I was sure that if I said I was 99% sure, you'd be willing to give it a try. Another thing to thank Juniper for, I guess. You're a very weird little app, you know.
Hooray!
From the cars pulling up in the parking lot, it looks like the party's over. It's just about closing time for the arcade. Anyway, most of the gamers have filed out by now, if they hadn't already fled the tidal wave of kiddies. My first impulse is to bug Gavin about my paperwork, but that can wait. I'd rather go help someone with the tidying up, or maybe see how our VIP gamers are doing. Enough time to run around checking in with everyone, though. Who do I want to hang out with? Gavin, Ashley, prying gum out of a coin slot and looks ready. Queen Bee's packing up her gear, ready to go home. Let's go talk to Queen Bee. Queen Bee looks like she's completely done for the day. With an exasperated frown on her face, she shoves various webcams and mics into her bag. She doesn't even notice me as I approach. Shit. Fucking shit. Yeah. Anarchy. You know that high-tech equipment? You show that high-tech equipment who's boss. Fuck it. Yeah, fight the man. Wait, why are we angry again? Those kids were really messing with my concentration. The high-pitched voices, the crying, the yelling. It's hard to focus with that background noise. I much prefer the sounds of people cheering me on and the excitement of a good crowd. I can cheer you on next time there's a mass child attack. I don't know any formal cheers, but I'm adept at flailing my arms wildly and wooing. That's nice of you, but this one's on me. I wasn't playing at the top of my game tonight. I know I'm so much better than this. Ugh, it's the fucking worst feeling ever. But you win some, you lose some, right, kid? Yeah, that's how I feel about after today's shift. It was rough out there. Normally, I'll leave when a gathering of that caliber is around. But I've got an important tournament coming up, and I need all the practice I can get. Kids or no
Not bad.
kids. But for your first day, you held your own. I'm impressed. Really? I've dealt with my fair share of brats and trolls roaming around here, and you certainly held yourself up to a higher standard than the last guy that worked here. That's good, right? That's heckin' good, kid. I think you'll fit in nicely among this. Among this crowd of misfits. That's a relief. I was worried people weren't going to accept
Get
me.
wrecked.
If anyone gives you any trouble at all, you tell Queen Bee. I'll fight them. Really? That's really not necessary. I don't need people fisticuffing in my name. Gavin will most definitely fire me for that. Suit yourself, kid. Either way, welcome to the gang. Thanks. I watch as Queen Bee slings her bag over her shoulder, waves bye to all the lingerers, and swiftly exits the funplex. With things winding down, there's just one last thing to do. Before I am out the door, I seek out Gavin to handle the remains of the day. Will, good work today. Thanks, boss. Mid-boss? Sub-boss? Gavin will do. I can't say you've been a perfect employee, but my standards are impossibly high. And fuck this guy. So I'll just assume you're as close to perfect as is reasonable. Unfortunately, the cost of cleaning our carpets and costumes after the cupcake assault will be a chunk of change, but I suppose you did all you could there. Normally I'd have dealt with angry parents myself, but I was distracted. I've only second-hand accounts of your performance there, but allowing Queen Bee to yell at the customers is questionable at best. She's volatile. I'd rather you have handled that one on your own, all told. I'm not pleased that you sold our Moopy for only $1,000, but not $3,000 as I'd requested. Man, fuck this guy. We only paid $200 for that game. I'd be ripping off a customer. A customer with exceptionally deep pockets. And one who squats on that game all day, spending only a handful of change in the process. If anything, $3,000 is what we'd need to make up for the lost profit from Percy being so Moopy obsessed. What's more, why it's still here is a good question. Was I not clear I wanted it gone? Percy didn't want to break up the family. Man, fuck this guy. This guy sucks. He also didn't want Naomi to be sad. Yes, well, Naomi needs to learn to let go. Are you giving our poor little Will a hard time, Gavin? I thought you were napping.
Let's be sensible.
Naomi's dreams mattered too, and as does the dream of Percy, that poor fellow.
Everyone has a dream they're chasing.
I know you mean well, wanting to keep everyone's dreams afloat, but sacrifices made in their name which shatter the dreams of others as well. That's not what the Funplex is all about. You understand. Yes, the reason why I'm here. That's the question she asked me. Now I think I understand. I'm here today because I need to take risks. I've been mired in the muck for years now, just taking what I can get out of life, going with the flow. I look around and see all the sorts of risk takers, people chasing hopes and dreams without compromise, without looking back. Naomi, Percy, Queen Bee, Teo, Ashley, even you, Gavin. You know we're better than this. We don't settle, we fight, we chase after our hopes and dreams, and cower before taking a chance. We don't take the safe option. I see.
Apologies.
It's difficult to balance my idealism against my realism some days. But I know in my heart I need to err on the side of idealism, even if my mind screams at protest. I can assume you're still keen to work here, Will? I don't even hesitate. Absolutely. Gavin fetches a nearby short stack of forms. Will is out tonight and hand them in to me first thing in the morning. And welcome to the Funplex. Welcome to the family, I'd say. I'm sure you'll fit in just fine. One bus ride later and it's home again. Juniper already home from work, bounds over eagerly to interrogate me on my day. I think I'm going to stop here. can feel the voice going. Will we continue? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It's been more... It's been less of a game than I was expecting, you know? What's this? You know, I was expecting more. Less of a visual novel. But it's... But I should have looked at the tags. It'd be good to finish it though. And we haven't actually gotten to like the dating sim of it. So it feels like we'd be stopping early. It's a lot of reading and not much else. Yeah. Yeah. I wonder how long this game is. Let me see. How long is Arcade? 7 to 8 hours. That's like 3 streams. Maybe we'll do like a full run of it. Not like 100%, but like to the end credits. But maybe we won't read through everything. Maybe we'll skip through a bit. We'll get the gist from the message. We'll get the gist from the text, I think. There's a lot of reading. I don't mind, and I think some enjoy the reading. Listening, I think, perhaps, maybe. I don't know. So it's not the worst fate ever. Let's find somewhere to raid, shall we? Let's see. I see. Actually, who we raided recently? We can put it up to a dice roll, perhaps. Our options are Witchspire, Dungeon Siege 2. Could raid someone new, but I don't think I want to. Should we go to Tato? Tato did hang on. This for me today. She has a gremlin redeem on her stream. And I redeemed it a while ago, and I got a little Gus gremlin. I remember Dungeon Siege 2. Never finished it, of course. But I remember it. Right. Thank you all for coming. Hanging out, chatting. A bit of a different stream today. Right? A lot of reading. I probably talked more this stream than I normally do. I'm sure it was fine. I'm sure it was fine. Yeah. Thank you, Superloops, for the resub. Sass for the bits. And everyone else for just being here. Hope you all have a good rest of your evenings. And tolerable tomorrows. Goodbye.